Davening takeaway, Likkutei Torah, Bamidbar, Daf Chaf Vav, 26th daf. On this daf, a large part of this daf is a mimer that refers to the avoda of a person and how that the drawing down of very holy things is dependent on the avoda of the person. And in there, it talks about bread, and it says a quote from the Zohar that says that bread is eaten by the face or the edge of a sword. And the mimer then goes and quotes a section of Davening of Kazit Zimra that we say every day. It's the next to last of the Tehillim in the first part of Kazit Zimra, where it says, Remamus Kael Biguranam Vecherev Pefiyos Biyodam, that the exaltedness of Hashem is in their throats, and a two-edged or double-edged sword is in their hand. And is explained that the davening says is an action of battle. And so this idea of a sword and battle and how that relates to eating of bread, to go through all the details would mean to learn a bunch of this mimer. And so just to touch on a few details, I highly recommend that you learn or at least review the whole thing to get more of the details. But in it, it explains that davening is a process by which we start from the very bottom in this world, and the very beginning when we wake up, and we're giving brachas in the morning of thanking Hashem for waking us up and letting us stand up, etc. And then it moves on and goes from step to step through the rungs of davening to the point where then we are now in a situation where we're unifying ourselves with the oneness of Hashem, and then from there going on to the Amida, the Tefillah, or the Shemona Esrei. And there it talks about the fact that the idea is that we have to reach a level of love of Hashem. And this process, the idea of love, comes from the root of desire. And so when we have a desire to connect with Hashem, and that's the motivation by which we are going up the rung and doing the davening, that then elevates our human animal soul with all of its energies and abilities, and all this energy and life force is taken from the different aspects of the world that we consumed, and they give us that energies. And so when we then utilize all of that and then elevate that by the desire of connecting to Hashem, we are then elevating really much of the whole world, and elevating certainly the space or the area around the world that we're involved with. And by doing that, then we now put ourselves in a position where the rest of the day now is an aspect of connecting and being aware of Hashem, and eating bread. Then we have the ability to elevate it to the point of satiation, which the mimer goes and explains is the idea of collecting the energy from that bread or that food, and then connecting it to kedusha, to holiness. And so again, there's many details and aspects. One more I'll just mention is the fact that he said in the mimer, the Alter Rebbe says that we see in the second paragraph of Shema that first we say we should love Hashem b'chol levavachem, and ula avdei. I'm sorry, we should love Hashem with our hearts, and serve Him with all our heart and soul. And this idea that after that, then we go and say we gather all the produce. That first we have to serve Hashem with an idea of love and desire to connect, and then after that we are able then to collect and gather all the things in the world, which again is this process that we just referred to. And so if we keep that in mind when we daven, we will have a tremendous davening and a tremendous effect in the rest of the day.